Oh shit.
That wasn't good. Very nice chill out area right here. Welcome to part 3. We are giving birth to 2 revolutions here. We are taking a suburban van and turning it into an amazing overland off-road tourer.
It's my van, Lieutenant Dan. It's my van.
And we are taking the marvel of 48 volts and we are putting it in the hands of everyone. And you are witnessing the real world testing of these systems. We're about to head off right across Australia, a test drive of a little under 6,000 kilometres, testing all of these brand new, never fitted before products and ideas. But first, we've handed it over to Jason from Bus 4x4 to give the suspension a bit of a test drive before we drive it into the wild blue yonder called Outback Australia.
Look, definitely with the standard setup being so focused on sort of commercial applications, it can be a little harsh at times, especially constant weight, but this now, surprisingly smooth.
That's what I thought too. I mean, it's still, the front definitely still needs adjusting.
It definitely rides over the bumps very nicely. Yeah, no, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Nice, eh? 2 more things to do before we leave town. It's on a weighbridge, and we're all taking guesses as to the weight so far, given that the empty weight with the conversion is 2,500 kilograms.
Yeah, just a big lunch. A slightly big lunch over 3 ton.
Oh, it's 3,040. You're 10 kilos off your guess. That is quite impressive. Oh, look, we're almost perfect split.
We're almost a Porsche. We're almost 50-50 weight split.
That's why it drives and handles so well.
That's what us...
Yeah, you were spot on. That's pretty much exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Experience, eh?
I guess.
Comes with grey hair.
And to visit our friends at Headspace Campers. Right, where are we? We're at a place in Queensland, not far north of the city of Brisbane. And what have we got here? Well, there's a troop carrier. There's a troop carrier. Oh, look, a few other troop carriers over there. Oh, there's some more troop carriers. Let's see, what have we got here? Ah, that's not a troop carrier. Very nice looking 76 with a roof conversion and a lovely 110 with a roof conversion. Doesn't look like it's got a roof conversion on it, does it? No, it doesn't. Very, very nice conversion, that. Having not been here before, it was really nice seeing the home of the Headspace Camper. Our last stop before we leave town tomorrow morning. Well, good morning to a sunny Brisbane. We are packed and ready to go. We are driving right across Australia. We're all packed there. Been spent the last 5 days in this very pleasant environment. It's been very convenient actually, working on the van. We are absolutely over the moon with the way this thing is performing. Yes, the inside does look a bit like the bottom of a skip. That's because we have no packing systems. We are testing the roof conversion, the suspension, and especially the Egon DC hub 48 volt. It is a revolution in DC power distribution. But now that we are fully loaded, the springs we have fitted have sagged a bit, and also now with the extra weight, and we're kind of where we started. The HiAce is sitting on its bump stops. So we've come to Ironman. They have a helper kit. We're going to see if we can find one that'll fit.
Have a look. Behold my genius. That didn't fit, but it does now. It doesn't look pretty.
No, that's great.
Right?
Yeah.
But that will work.
Yeah.
Doesn't interfere here because there's room to move there.
Yeah.
Alright, you might be a good apprentice and hand me those fitting kits, right?
Yes, sir. You have already gained
I know.
25 to 30 Go. Millimeters, maybe more. The guys from Ironman Rocklear deserve a shout out. Thank you for guys. You loaned us some extra tools, a rattle gun to speed up the process. This is feels a bit like a bush fix, because helper springs like this is not the solution. So we have yet to find the right solution for the rear springing on the HiAce. For a moment I thought we had it, but as we increase its weight, we're not there yet.
I think we should increase the shock rate a bit in the back.
But you know, any kind of fix it like this, it's not a solution. This feels to me like a bush fix, and I worry that we've now added different stresses to different parts of the spring, and the springs are not designed for that. So we're doing things that the engineers, when developing this vehicle, would never condone. It would be, you know, forget it. You can't do that. That's not the right way of doing it. So I feel the similar way with airbags. Airbags, you've got to be very careful with airbags, because you're altering the dynamics of the engineering, the suspension, the stresses on the chassis, stresses on the axle, etc. That's what we've done now, and we're good to go. Which means in the early stages, lots of stopping and lots of checking. Yeah, okay, give me a commentary. What's that going on?
The weather is exactly the way it was when I arrived in Brisbane and drove through New South Wales. It's raining again. A bit north of Sydney, there's massive floodings at the moment, so I hope I can even make it through to go all the way to Brisbane. Woo! So we just keep driving, because it's the best thing you can do, because camping right now, I mean, you'll be okay in there, but I don't want to sleep in the rain, so we decided to drive for another, I don't know, 1.5 hours, because then the rain would have passed and we've driven out of the rain, so at least we can camp without rain tonight. Arrive at night, set up the first camp in the dark at night. But how hard can it be, right? That's the plan anyway.
So you slept well?
Oh, so much better than in the hotel.
Me too, far better than the hotel.
So quiet and peaceful here.
Lovely. I didn't have anybody working on their Holden Commodore just outside my bedroom window until 11:30 p.m.
Yeah, there was no motorway either.
There was no highway. We were right next to the highway, and it was not actually that pleasant.
And there's no highway here.
But it did the job. I'm not complaining. It did the job really well.
It did. It was
our accommodation. And the fact that we could work the van right there outside actually was brilliant.
It wasn't luxurious, but it had everything it needed.
Yeah.
Which makes it luxurious in a way, right?
I need a pair of scissors, because the camera's rolling now. We should say, we've just been talking about how actually advantageous it is for us to have a campsite that's very kind of disorganized and disarray. It's a first night camping. Because if we had a camping system already installed in the vehicle, well, we use what we've got. So you don't learn as much.
No, and if you build it before you've used the vehicle, before you get to know the vehicle, because this is new.
Yeah.
We don't know where things should be, but now in just makeshift putting things in, we learn, okay, it's good to cook here. Is this box in the way? Does it make sense to have water here or there? I think another good thing about it is also we are used to our setups with all the luxurious things in there, but you can make do with a lot less.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want to do.
Yes.
You know, I think if you live out of your vehicle for month on end, you want it set up spot on. But then to me, you're not camping. You're doing overlanding. But if you have something like this and people camping with it, quite often you don't need as much, because you know, if you're just out for a week, it's just a week of camping. Or if you even just go for long weekends, you simply don't need as much stuff, because
I'm learning an enormous amount about how I might, if I built myself a van, how I would configure it, and I'm learning a massive amount by, throwing ideas back and forward, so that I know when I do, if I do, how the layout might work best.
So how's it going up there?
I'm trying to pack it away, and with nothing to stand on here, accessing it, putting it up, pulling it down, closing it is really difficult. I'm having to stand on the back of the seat. You have to have something here to stand on to open and close it. Every morning we test the 48 volt system, so that high-pitched sound is the system telling us it's functional. It's part of the diagnostics. We'll wait a few seconds and you'll see here the charge current should be indicated. You can see we've got a 47% battery charge at the moment. Current is starting to flow there. Can you see that current flowing? And we're sitting at 2,100. It's ramping up as exactly how it should be. 2,500 watts. It's climbing. And it should slowly climb up. We want to see how high it's going to get.
3 kilowatt of charge and idle is pretty good.
There you go, 3 kilowatts. It hits 3 kilowatts, and it seems to be kind of leveling off between 2,900 and 3 kilowatts.
And we are in idle now.
And this idling, the car is idling. It's not making a big difference between idle and RPM.
Okay.
It's a very small difference.
Okay.
It should be making more of a difference, should it not?
We did do a bit more testing now, and we found out that at the moment the alternator can't produce any more current because the battery, since it's a small battery, simply won't accept more. The alternator has gone to its maximum allowable voltage, can't go any higher because otherwise we would trip the BMS and the batteries, and we're getting about 40 amps into the battery, 5 amps to supply all the systems in the car. So that means we are doing 2.5 kilowatts at the moment, and that's at 40% utilization of the alternator. To put that into 12 volt figures, we're producing 200 amps at the moment at a 40% utilization rate of the alternator. So when we put bigger batteries in that can accept a far bigger charge current, I think we could easily be doing 70, 80, maybe even 90 amps quite easily at cruising RPMs of 1,800 RPM. Maybe we can even get 100 amps out of it. But we'll have to see.
Small town of Roma, where we can get a few things. We need some way of cleaning out the inside, some floor mats for the van, and there's a local hardware store that hopefully will have it. What have you got there?
We can now camp inside in nature because we'll have lawn. I'm looking for a garden gnome.
And this is the last piece of civilization before we reach Alice Springs. And I know some of you are probably thinking, civilization, Alice Springs, those two things used in the same sentence? Pushing it a little bit, maybe. But now we're going into the true wilderness. Our overnight stay is in Charleville, and this wonderful mural depicting 4X country, central Queensland, we found in a local tavern. But why Charleville? Why did we stay at Charleville last night? What was the main reason?
To go to the observatory, thank you very much, to look at the stars.
I'll do it. I'll take it from here. At the Charleville Observatory, there's an option of spend the evening with the stars, which we decided was a good idea. It was a huge amount of fun. Astronomy has always interested me, and events like this really gets me thinking maybe I should take it more seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
You go for it.
So how well can a mobile phone take a photograph through the eyepiece of a Cassegrain telescope?
Ha! Look at you go.
Done this a couple times.
thought so.
You're going to carry on.
So, you know, sometimes I use really big words I don't quite understand to make myself sound more photosynthesis. Right.
Very important mod to the van. We now have our own lawn, patio lawn, and even a rollout mat. Pretty cool, hey? And some firewood.
But still no garden gnome.
Diesel, people who love diesel, they are the happiest people. Wendara. This is the last stop before, well, nothing. West of here there is absolutely nothing for 2 days. Welcome to Outback Queensland. The sun is racing towards the horizon. Where to camp? The choices. You can camp absolutely everywhere. There are very, very few fences, and so it's our first truly wild camp on this trip. So after several hours on gravel, what are you seeing?
I'm just checking the U-bolts to make sure that they're all still tight, and one of them was actually a tiny bit loose.
Okay.
So, but I'm only getting to the inside ones now. For the outside ones, I'll need the ratchet. These are still good.
Yeah.
I know where they were sitting, so they have not moved at all. It was just these ones because the axle was out and put back in, and usually after the first time of hitting gravel, you should just check. It's probably good. These are all good, they're super tight. It's just this one there that I've found.
There are other questions that we're also trying to address. The bodywork, for example. Does the slider rattle? What about the dust ingress in the back? Is it bad? Does the back door let in dust? Lots of things that we are discovering about this vehicle that is so new to us.
There's not a lot of dust there.
No, it's good. It's okay. There was a worry that there'll be a lot of flex with the van, and therefore a lot of dust. Not much at all, which is good news. So I'm doing this to camera, right? So bear with me. I'm talking to Gwyn. Gwyn has prepared our supper tonight. Yes, I haven't seen her in well over a week, but I've got her on the phone. I'm using Starlink, and she has freeze-dried a chicken curry and rice. The way to cook it, she tells me, is to add boiling water, seal the bag and wait 15 minutes. What's the noise? What are you doing? Are you building a new crane in the backyard? That's what it sounds like.
What?
Gwyn is building a crane in our kitchen. That's what it sounds like.
I'm washing a pot.
She's washing a pot, but it sounds like she's building a crane. Or dismantling a crane. That's actually what she's doing. Okay. So I'll let you know, everybody, how well it goes. Gwyn's busy cooking her supper at home in Perth, which is where we're heading. It'll take us a little bit more than a week to arrive there. Okay, I'm going to make supper now. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Never a dull moment in the White household. She's dismantling a crane in our kitchen. If you've been following the van video, 2 things you need to know. Hannah and I have set up a consultancy. You can get on the call right now and have a half-hour chat with us about the van, about any of your bills. That's, of course, part of the Egon Mission First program. Link is in the description. Secondly, if you're thinking about purchasing an Egon DC hub, of course, I'm talking about the 12-volt DC hub, there is a free offer on our website at the moment. That's egon.com.au. Get a free course, Highness course, how to install wire DC installations. It's not just about Egon products. Any kind of installation that you might be doing with 12 volts in your 4x4 caravan, camper, whatever. This course is invaluable, and it's free with any DC hub purchase from egon.com.au.